how long do you think it would take to bridge 150,000 blocks in Minecraft? Because, like, I don't know. But that's what we're going to be doing today, because I recently found out that there's a glitch in the end dimension 370,000 blocks out, where the generation just kind of stops. And then starts again, another 150,000 blocks out. It's literally just a huge gap. Now, out of all the Minecraft glitches, I have to say this is one of the weirdest, but it gave my barely existent brain an idea. What if I just build a bridge across the entire thing? Now, there are some challenges to this. First of all, it's kind of a 370,000 block journey just to reach the gap. For scale, when put into real measurements, that's about 230 miles or 370 kilometers, let alone just actually building the bridge. And secondly, how on earth are we going to get bridge materials out that far? And then what happens if I die? Because you can't set your spawn in the end. If I just like accidentally fall off the bridge one time, I just can't finish this video. So there's a lot stacked against me, and a lot of stacks of blocks I'll have to place. But sometimes being stubborn is a superpower. The first thing I knew I need is elytras, because believe me, I may be dumb, but I'm not walking 370,000 blocks. So flying with fireworks and elytra seemed to be the way to go. I already had like a double chest of fireworks from a previous video, so all I needed was more elytras. I actually wasn't sure how many I would need, so I just played it safe and got a bunch. And I actually surprised myself, like genuinely this was probably one of the most successful end city trips I've ever had. But after getting my stuff back and returning home, I started to think about our second problem of bringing bridge materials with us. At first I thought I could just fill my ender chest with shulker boxes and I'd be good, but that literally wouldn't even get us a third of the way there. I had a few other ideas, but the one that I eventually landed on that I think will actually work is this. Now, while it may look like a griefed house that got partially blown up, it's actually a cobblestone farm. And after some testing, I verified that it would in fact work in the end. So if I just brought the materials to make the farm there, I could just build it at the start of the bridge and farm the materials there. But trust me, this farm wouldn't just work. No. This farm produces cobblestone so fast that if I went AFK for like an hour and let all the drops land on the floor, it would produce enough lag to make my PC explode. And if you haven't noticed, while I've been rambling on this whole time, I've actually already got the materials for the farm. So I've collected like a bunch of materials, even more than we need for the cobblestone farm, just in case we're there and I like misplace something, because we want to make sure we have extras. I don't want to like blow up our resources and have no more 300,000 blocks away and have no way to get back. So with that, we only had 2 more challenges to face. In terms of accidentally dying while we're out there, I felt that it would be best to just bring some totems. Of course, that won't save us if we fall off, but at least it gives me peace of mind. Okay, so now that we basically have everything, we have like all the materials for the farm, a few totems and extra materials. The last thing we're gonna need is swift sneak, you know, because while I'm going to be making the bridge, you know, I'm going to be like crouching like this, like placing it. But if I have swift sneak, which makes me be able to, you know, go faster while crouching, I can probably cut hours of time off. But in order to get swift sneak, we're going to need to go to an ancient city. Okay, there it is. Quite literally, the only reason we're here is to get swift sneak, so we're only here for the chest. What happened if I just like broke the shrieker? I can break it, right? Okay. You know, I was honestly hoping that I'd get swift sneak in the first chest, but it's fine. Okay, this is just unfair. They literally put it right next to the thing. Okay, oh my god. Do I try to break it? No. We don't want a warden to spawn because, well, I'd probably die, let's be honest. There's diamonds, but I'm honestly just gonna leave them there. I feel like I don't. It's not worth the effort. There's just so many diamonds, but I can't get them. Oh my god. Finally. With that finally over with, we are almost ready to leave and start the journey. The last thing we need to do is trap people. See, I felt that it would be more efficient to get a bunch of Unbreaking 3 books for the elytras we got earlier. That way we don't have to, like, get 50 elytras. And the fastest way I know to get enchanted books is villagers. As I mentioned before, we need to fly over 370,000 blocks before we can even start working on the bridge. And according to the Minecraft wiki, an unenchanted elytra will only last me 7 minutes, which may be more than 10,000 blocks of travel, but we need like 40 times that. So I settled with getting more than enough books and putting them in my ender chest. And after packing some extra stuff and getting everything organized, I was ready to go. Well, physically. Mentally, I'm still terrified. Okay, so I've triple checked everything, and I'm gonna check it again. I think I actually have everything. The end is a desolate wasteland, so if I realize that I, you know, accidentally forgot something, then I forgot it. Like, there's no going back. Okay, here we are at 0-0 in the end, and I have everything set up. What direction should we go in? I guess we'll go north. Okay. Here we go. Just standing there, knowing I have to fly a distance the equivalent of 230 miles is kind of daunting, but there isn't much to do besides start. Now, while we're flying, I feel like this is a good opportunity to put this project into perspective. Just this one flight alone, when put into real-world terms, is like the distance from New York City to Washington, or London to Paris. I'm not even kidding, here's the math. Which is insane, by the way. This is so stupid. But after many, many hours, I finally saw it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I already anchored an enderman. Oh my god. It's like I've seen this in creative a few times, but just like knowing that I made it here in survival is insane. And 0 is just about here. This is just so insane. I literally did not eat a single piece of food the entire trip, but just remember, we are not done. We're not even close. Now, this was just the beginning. Even after flying this far, we still had to build the cobblestone farm and go AFK before we even had the materials to start building the bridge. So anyways, here's me doing that. Okay, so it's been going for quite a while now, like a couple hours maybe. Now we're just gonna check to see... Okay, so it's still collecting. Okay, so I mean, to be fair, it's almost done. Like I just realized what's gonna make this an absolute pain to build. My inventory is gonna be filled with these shulker boxes, right? But that means that I can only fit a couple stacks at a time. So I'm gonna have to stop every like 2 seconds. Now this is where the first problem came in. See, what I realized is that if we have our inventory filled with all of our shulker boxes of cobblestone, we have a very limited inventory to actually build with. So after we've used up these couple of stacks, we'll have to place down a shulker box and pick it up on a 1-block bridge in the middle of the void. And then do that every couple of minutes for the entire building process. And usually I'd come up with like some good solution and we'd be fine, but we're already 300,000 blocks out. So I realized that we really only have 2 options. Suck it up and deal with it, or quit. And I think you probably know which one I chose. The fact that I'm like bored already, we haven't even gone through like the first couple stacks. Yeah, no, I'm still gonna make you listen to me complain. So we have to bridge 153,500 and so blocks. Am I the only one who thinks that's kind of cool, just seeing it like completely cut off? I will be honest, I am starting to feel the regret sink in a little bit right now, but we're gonna keep going. If this takes me a year, it'll take me a year. Now I could lie and pretend like I sat there and right-clicked for every single block, but I think there's a genuine chance my finger would fall off. So instead I set up some keybinds and put a weight on my keyboard to make it easier. Now even with this, I wasn't able to just leave it on and let it go overnight, because I still had to refill the materials every couple of minutes. So don't worry, I still had to sit there in real time and go on for hours as I go further and further and further and Okay, so it's been like almost 3 hours, but now every single shulker box is empty. So now it's just a trip back to where we started. Let's see how long this actually is. We almost made it to 400,000, but not quite. We still have a couple thousand to go. So now we just have to fly all the way back and restock, I guess. The fact that that took like 3 hours and we got about 20,000 blocks is really, really bad. Now at that rate, if you had to guess, how long do you think it would take us to finish the bridge? Is it A, 7 hours, B, 12 hours, or is it C, 17 hours? Well, actually, you're wrong. The answer is D, 22 hours. Okay, here we are again. We're just getting started. I need to not tell myself that. Let's just get this over with. Flight duration 3, rockets, yep, okay, here we go. We're going... At this point, I kind of knew it was just a game of flying back to the cobblestone farm to refill, building for a couple hours, and then flying back again. So I just decided to really sit down, focus up, and just build this stupid bridge. I hate myself. It's been 4 hours. So I've had to fly from the end of the bridge and back enough times where most of my elytras are now broken. Luckily we're in the end, so we can still get more, and I have some extra books and stuff, but I don't know if it'll be enough. Oh my god, I never thought the end of this project would feel so close. $500,000, only like 20k more to go. Okay, so this is kind of bad. I just checked back on the footage because, like, I was confused why my fireworks weren't in my inventory. I guess when I put the other stacks away, the last time I came back from refilling, I forgot to leave, like, an extra stack in my inventory. And somehow I didn't notice for literally 40 minutes. Like, I don't know if I'll have shown this in the video, but like, this isn't the first time I've fallen off the bridge. Like, I fall off the bridge all the time. My keybind for shift is walking backwards, so I accidentally do it all the time. But that's why I've had the fireworks in my hotbar, so, like, I have rockets in a shulker box in my inventory, but you can't access those items without placing down the shulker and opening it. The cobblestone bridge is at Y63, I think. We're at 36. We have a totem, but totems don't, like, survive in the void. I literally said that from the very beginning. And there's nothing. Like, we're at Y36. We can't glide to any surface whatsoever. Oh my god, but we're so close! We're literally less than 10,000 blocks away. That would take, like, 15 minutes. The only way that I can see myself surviving this is if somehow I, like, swoop down and then glide up, maybe. Oh my god, okay, well, here we go. I guess this is it then, huh? I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea how to feel in this moment. Now, in my 10 years of playing Minecraft, I've died many times, but this was just sad. I know videos like this are supposed to have a happy ending where I almost die and I barely survive and yay, I get to finish the bridge, but that's not how it worked out for me. And because this entire project took place in the end, I never had the chance to set my spawn. I had literally just lost, sitting there knowing that there was no slim chance I could survive. I was already on the death screen. It was just over. But 2 days later, I realized that I really couldn't just leave it like that. You could say that my determination to finish this bridge, no matter what, was stubbornness or just stupid, but honestly, I have no regrets. Because even when I really shouldn't have, I pushed through. And although the setbacks can really suck sometimes, it makes the win just that much better, doesn't it?